this month, my husband and I are doing chicken all through. We've decided to give beef a break. Yeah, we're always eating beef. Well, I won't say completely because I've got 2 bowls of soups in my freezer, okra and egusi, and we're made with beef. So while we're going to eat beef, we're going to minimize. Yeah. So I'm making chicken in almost all my dishes. And today I'm cooking in bulk. I'm cooking our meals to last for the next 1 month. I do this once a month to help us save on time because, man, as a mom, as an entrepreneur, I'm so busy and I can't be cooking dinner every day. Really, I can't. So what I do is to make some meals that I can store away in my fridge and freezer. So in the course of the day or night or evenings, we just take it out, heat it up, and we are good to go. So today I'm going to be making chicken stew. I'm going to be boiling beef as well, making my sauce for the beans. I'm also going to be making yam pottage, jollof rice. Have I said jollof rice before? I don't remember. But jollof rice, and I'm also going to be making some vegetables that will last us not a month, but at least a week or 2. So I can take a break off cooking while still doing my duty as a wife and a mom. So let's get right into this, shall we? I'm going to start by cooking my chicken first. And just in case you're wondering, I got this chicken for 4,500 naira, this full chicken. If it's been cleaned and dressed already, straight from the supermarket, I just picked it up. So how much you get this kind of chicken in your area? Let me know in the comment section, yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut my chicken, season it, and start cooking. My mom taught me that all these chickens, they have parts. So you always have to cut them from the joints. I hated this while growing up. I used to wonder, why don't you just cut it from the market? But now I don't mind doing it. You see this? Clean cutting. Everything cut with its joints. See? Clean. I'm done with cutting my chicken. I'm going to give this a good rinse and then come and wipe this place down very well. Because chicken contains a lot of bacteria and you don't want it. Add your onions. And guys, if you know me so well, you know that my ginger garlic paste is a time saver. Very, very, I don't know how to do without it. So in goes. And my other seasonings. At this point, I'm not going to add any water to my chicken. But if you want to see my other recipes where I've made chicken, just feel free, play around my channel, okay? So once I'm done seasoning my chicken, I'm just going to leave it to let it get cooked and then I'll fry it and we can start making our chicken stew. So now it's time to cook the beans. So how I usually boil my beans, I like to do it in my pressure pot because it just makes it a lot faster. So I'll cook the beans, kind of parboil it first, then, drain out the water, add fresh water, add some salt, some onions, and cook it till it's well done. So that's how I cook my beans. And I like my beans very soft. Make sure you always pick your beans. Remove all the dirt and stones before you boil your beans. Because you don't want to eat beans and dirt. So this will take another 30 to 35 minutes and it's all done. So I've got my chicken going, my beans going on as well. I'm about to make the sauce for my beans. So I've got here some peppers, tomatoes, cayenne pepper, which as your shumbo, and lots of onions. So I'm just going to go ahead to blend everything and then I'll make my sauce. So the chicken is all done. I'm just taking it out of the stock here so that when I'm frying it, it won't splatter about. Honestly, I prefer grilled chicken, but I don't know. My husband just prefers fried chicken. I'm trying to wean him out of fried stuff because I could have grilled this and I would have gotten the same result, but he just prefers his chicken fried. Are you like that? Do you prefer fried or grilled chicken? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to go ahead now and making my sauce for the beans. Everything is going on simultaneously, so I hope you're following. For my bean sauce, I prefer to use palm oil. Well, you can use vegetable oil or palm oil, but this is my husband's preference, palm oil. The oil is hot enough, put in your onions. To make my bean stew, you have to use lots and lots of palm oil because you need your pepper to fry well. When your beans is done, or rather when your sauce is done, then you can pour out some of the oil. So don't be alarmed at the amount of oil, okay? I'm putting in some crayfish. And then the pepper mix goes in. I want to make some yam pottage later, so I'm reserving some of this pepper mix. This is all. It's very uncomplicated. So I'm just going to leave it to fry, season it along the way. And once it's well fried, it's all done. Everything is going on beautifully. The chicken is all done and well fried. My beans is done. The sauce for my beans is all done. Now we're moving on to the tomato stew for the chicken. I'll do the chicken for... We're moving on to the tomato stew, jollof rice and yam pottage. Then we'll make some vegetables and we are all done, okay? Now if you notice, I always like to boil my tomatoes for my stew. Either I roast it or I boil it. Today I decided to boil it because I didn't have so much time. So it's a whole lot that I've shrunk into this bit. I'll just go ahead, blend it up and start frying. In the same oil that we used to fry the chicken, go ahead and add in your onions. I love lots of onions. Now I'm not going to be adding any tomato paste. Can you see how red and thick this is? So I really don't need tomato paste when making my stew. I'll leave it to fry while I go on with the jollof rice. So this is the jollof rice that we're making now. I've made the stew base and I'm about to pour in my rinsed rice. If you're looking for my jollof rice recipe, just search somewhere on my page, you'll see it. I've got fabulous jollof rice recipes. Please search for it and make it. Once I make my jollof rice, I always like to store it in the fridge and not freezer because I find that when you put it in the freezer and then you bring it out and defrost it, the texture changes and I'm not a big fan of that texture. It gives me like kind of sandy texture stuff. I don't know. If you've tried it, then you know what I'm talking about. So when I make my jollof rice like this, I store it in the fridge and we always have constant power supply. So even when electricity goes out, we put on our generator and then we're able to store it so it does not go bad. It can stay in my fridge for 2-3 weeks and we're fine. We're ready to make our yam pottage. In here, I've got some yam and sweet potato. So I'm just going to cook everything together. The sweet potato always adds such sweetness to the yam. It's such a delicious meal. For me, very quick. I just throw everything in and I leave it to cook. Very quick, very easy, but very delicious. So this is a blend of tomatoes, peppers, and onions. Yeah. And lastly, you're going to add in your water and just basically leave it to cook. It's so easy. Takes no time. Now, the quantity of water you put in will depend on how mashy you want your yam. You know, all that mashy thing that goes on with yam pottage. Yeah. So if you want a lot, you add more water and then you mash your yam finely. Okay. So a little bit of salt. I'm just going to cover it and allow it to cook. So I'm steaming some vegetables that we can eat just today and tomorrow. And then along the way, I could steam some more in the course of the week. And this is me all done. This is going to last us for a while. I don't have to worry about food anymore. And the reason why I always want to have chicken stew in the house is if we get bored of jollof rice, we can cook some white rice or some spaghetti or even bread. Like, stew is a saver. You can even cook like white okra, ewedu, pair to your stew and some swallow. So it's like, out of this, I've made up to, I don't know, maybe 20 or 25 meals. I'm telling you. So guys, this is it. Thank you for staying with me all through. And I hope you've been able to learn one or two things about bowl cooking and you can implement it in your home. So it will save you time, energy, and of course, money. Thank you for watching. Until I see you in another recipe video, take care and keep eating good food. Bye.